The resistance base was alive with activity, every corner bustling with soldiers and engineers working to prepare for the next battle. But amidst the controlled chaos, an air of unease lingered. Markov stood in the command center, reviewing intercepted Dominion transmissions. The language was cryptic, but one term stood out: Project Oblivion. Reyna, leaning against the console, frowned. They always name their horrors something dramatic.
What do we know about it?
Dr. Trent's replacement, a younger and more cautious scientist named Elias, chimed in. Not much, but from what little we've decoded, it's big. Something the Dominion believes will end the resistance for good. Kale, seated in the corner sharpening his blade, glanced up. We've heard their boasts before. What makes this one different? Elias adjusted his glasses nervously. Because this time, they're targeting the very foundation of our survival. Our resources, our biology, even our atmosphere. They're not just fighting us. They're fighting the planet itself. The Phantom's voice resonated in the room. I have detected increased Dominion activity in the Himalayas. The location matches data linked to Project Oblivion. If we do not act swiftly, this weapon will be unleashed. Markov straightened. Then we take it out. Assemble a team, we move out at first light. The journey to the Dominion base deep in the Himalayan mountains was treacherous. The team braved biting winds and treacherous ice, relying on the Phantom's guidance to avoid patrols. As they neared the base, they saw it, a massive structure carved into the mountain, its spires reaching toward the sky like claws. Dominion soldiers patrolled the perimeter, their armor gleaming against the snow. Reyna peered through her binoculars. Looks like they're expecting trouble. This won't be easy.
Kale smirked.
It never is. Markov gestured for the team to move. Stick to the plan. Phantom, keep us off their radar as long as you can. We get in, disable the weapon, and get out. No heroics. Reyna grinned. No promises. Using the cover of darkness, the team infiltrated the base. The cold steel corridors were a stark contrast to the icy wilderness outside, illuminated by the faint glow of Dominion technology. Kale's sharp senses picked up faint vibrations in the walls. Something's powering up. Whatever this weapon is, they're getting it ready to deploy. Reyna pointed to a map projected by the Phantom. The control room is 3 levels down. If we can shut it down there, we might not need to destroy the entire base. Markov nodded. Let's move. As they descended, the team encountered minimal resistance, an unusual and unsettling sign. Reyna whispered, "Why does this feel too easy?" Kale's eyes narrowed. Because it is. The team reached the control room and stopped in their tracks. In the center of the room stood a massive cylindrical device, its core glowing with an unnatural blue light. Surrounding it were Dominion scientists, typing furiously into consoles. Elias gasped. That's not just a weapon. It's a terraformer. If they activate it, it could alter the planet's atmosphere, making it uninhabitable for humans, but perfect for them. Markov gritted his teeth. Then we shut it down. Phantom, override their systems and start a shutdown sequence. The Phantom's core glowed brightly. Initiating override. This will take approximately 3 minutes. Kale readied his weapon. We don't have 3 minutes. They've already noticed us. Dominion soldiers burst into the room, weapons blazing. Reyna and Kale sprang into action, engaging the enemy as Markov and Elias worked to protect the Phantom's access terminal. The battle was fierce, every second feeling like an eternity. Kale fought with the precision of a predator, while Reyna's sharpshooting kept the Dominion forces at bay. Phantom's voice cut through the chaos. Override complete. The weapon is disabled, but the core is unstable. This facility will self-destruct in 2 minutes. Markov shouted over the gunfire. Everyone fall back. We're done here. As the team retreated, a Dominion officer stepped into their path, flanked by a squad of elite soldiers. He smiled coldly. You think you've won? This is just the beginning. Kale stepped forward, his blade glinting in the dim light. You won't live to see it. With a roar, Kale charged, taking down the officer and buying the team precious seconds to escape. They raced through the collapsing corridors, the ground shaking beneath their feet. As they emerged into the freezing night, the facility exploded in a blinding flash, lighting up the mountains like a second sunrise. Back at the base, the team regrouped, their breaths heavy with exhaustion. Markov placed a hand on Elias's shoulder. "Good work. You kept your cool out there." Elias nodded, though his expression was grim. "We stopped one weapon, but how many more are there? How long can we keep this up?" The Phantom's voice was calm. "The Dominion will continue to adapt, as will we. This is a war of resilience, not just strength." Reyna looked at Markov. "What's our next moves?" Markov's eyes hardened. "We take the fight to them. No more waiting, no more reacting. If they want a war, we'll give them one they'll never forget."